Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome to Lancer. No room for a wallflower. We have a group of 5 intrepid pilots. Say hi, intrepid pilots.
Hi, intrepid pilots.
Hello.
Hello, hello, hello.
Right.
I know it's been overwhelming for you since it's your first night. Welcome to Friday Fast Food Pizza, a magical place for kids and fun. Fuck up. Damn, now you laugh.
Yeah,
Jasmine, you ever see the Friday Fazbear's Pizza?
Okay,
Meme?
guys, I gotta keep us on track here. I gotta keep us on track. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Damn it.
We are gonna be playing bum ba da dum bum bum. A Lancer.
Lanta.
No room for a wallflower. The official massive press adventure by Tom Parkinson Morgan and Miguel Lopez. Also, by the way, this will have to anyone watching the stream. Thank you so much for the to everybody in the Wallflower Google Drive community folder and on PilotNet for like making all of this possible.
Um, if I may,
Yeah.
Tom is Tom Bloom now. Man got married. Took his wife's name.
Tom Bloom. Congrats to Tom Bloom.
I'll be honest. I'd
Tom
probably take
Bloom
my
is a real
girlfriend's name
one.
as well.
Hey, Tom Bloom, you dropped your crown, king.
No, can I just say something? My
What?
girlfriend's last name is a lot cooler than mine, so I actually want to take her name.
Yeah. Real. Anyway,
Sam.
let's, without further ado, let's set the scene as we begin aboard a Mirror Smoke Mercenary Company dropship operating in a long-distance cruise to deep space, about to reach its destination as 5 Mirror Smoke Lancer pilots sit on board. Let me unpause the scene. Can y'all see the background now?
Nope.
Nope.
No.
Oh, shit.
It may be
Maybe
the
I
lighting.
paused for too long.
It may be the lighting.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Forge whatever has dynamic lighting, so you can control what we see. You just need to reveal like the map to us, basically.
Okay, configure lighting.
Ah, shit.
How do I... Token vision.
So what you're
fog,
gonna do is
exploration, save
you just-
changes.
Oh, I see something now.
Can you see it?
I've been flashbanged.
I can see it.
Yeah, I can
Alright.
see it
I can
now.
see like I see a room. Yeah.
Yeah, aboard the dropship, as we have. Fuck! I never came up with a name for the dropship. Okay, ship names, spaceship names.
Primrose.
Astral Train.
Astral
Oh.
Cream.
Gatebreaker.
Astral Train.
Astro Train.
Astral
Okay.
Attorney. Thank you so much for following. Welcome to the crime family.
That's another friend of mine.
Hey, thank you so
All right.
much.
So I say Primrose. Jasmine says Astro Train. And what's
Casual
everyone else say?
Existence in chat says Gladius. We should name it the Gladius.
I like the Gladius.
I
Hold
like
up.
the Gladius too.
Oh.
Hold up. Can we
Alright,
recognize
let's
that
go
they're
back.
playing Mario 3 in space? What the heck?
Wait.
Oh yeah.
No.
So
What the hell?
this may you've
They have
got
an NES. They have an NES.
yeah.
What the hell?
This
Wait,
may
Yo.
listen.
John.
This may or may not be the background of the ship from the movie Alien. Because I wanted
Oh shit, there is an NES.
Yeah, I wanted non-AI art. So yeah, of course there's an NES.
There was so much fucking AI art Nary and I were looking through. It was fucking sickening. We were trying to find real stuff, and we were until we found this, we were actually considering just commissioning art. It was that bad.
Yeah, I liked
Google.
it
image-
was that bad, but then I
Google.
found this one that honestly a guy that worked for Riot Games did because he was
You
like
talk, I'll be back.
because he was like a fan of the movie Alien, and he just made this on ArtStation. So I'm like, you know what? This looks cool. Not only that, it looks lived in. Like, the AI spaceship generator shit doesn't even look lived in. But here, there's Magic the Gathering cards on the floor.
I am gonna
Wait.
ask. Can we stay on topic, please? Sorry.
What? Can you what?
Can we get to introductions? I hope I'm not being rude.
Yeah. So, introductions. We are the scene is set at the aboard the Gladius lounge. The dropship carrying 5 Mirror Smoke mercenary pilots and their dropship pilot to their destination as I put on... Is it playing? Can you guys hear that?
I can, yes.
No. I can't hear it.
Okay, there should be music. Miles, thank you so much. 25-month crime wave. Okay, I gotta figure something out here.
Hear it now.
I
that's
am
wrong.
Oh
very
yeah,
much
I hear
hearing
it. I
now.
heard something. Yeah, I hear it now.
How about now? Is this one?
Yeah, I hear it.
Yep.
All right, I'm back. Sorry about that.
Is this one just not playing? Because I can't hear this one.
Oh, I hear it.
I hear it.
Is it...
I also hear it.
Yeah, it's just
It's
not...
very loud.
Oh, I should turn it down.
Meh.
Too
Meh.
loud.
Okay.
If y'all go to the playlist where the music symbol is in the upper right-hand corner, you can turn down the volume.
It's still not playing on my end, and I don't understand why.
Ironic.
Yeah.
Could it be something to do with your OBS or you turning?
Well, the other music file worked for a minute. Let me see. Hold on. Maybe I can edit.
To the audience, I'm the one that's most experienced with Foundry, and I'm not the one running it. So, yeah.
Yeah, sorry about this.
Yay.
So, hold on. Let me try this. Choose file. Let's try this now. I'm sorry. I had this...
You're good.
How about now? Can y'all hear it?
I
I cannot hear it.
anything.
No.
I can.
There it is.
No, I can't.
Awesome. So, just gonna turn it down a little bit so that they can all hear you. As we start, as a poker game is being played aboard the MSMC long-haul dropship Gladius. And a certain woman is seated at the head of the table, shuffling cards and dealing out hands. Thea, would you like to describe your character for the players, please? And the audience.
Of course, Gondega Tutio is relatively average height for a woman. She has long, curly, braided black and brown hair, slightly scarred face with amber reddish colored eyes. She has olive colored skin and is currently shuffling the cards with utilitarian purpose. Her clothes look like that of someone who once came from a more wealthy standpoint, but stripped back of their more luxurious aspects.
So, Gundega Tuzio deals out the cards. One of the people she deals the cards to is the pilot of the Gladius, a young woman by the name of Sydney Kinnear, who has sort of tannish brown skin, green goggles on her forehead, a yellow ribbon. She's got like kind of not even like a full hard suit. Her fit is very relaxed, very kind of casual, and as she picks up her hand, she looks at the cards she's been dealt from, yes, art by Ryunana. She looks at the hand she's been dealt from Gundega and grins. Like a very sly grin, and then she eyes the player sitting next to her. 4, would you like to describe your character?
Bust looks like a person who's been on the fringes of society for long. She's basically wearing this like ragged overcoat with a sarashi wrap around her chest. All of this is like really old naval uniform stuff that has since been long abandoned and unbuttoned to the ravages of needing to go long distances for a pretty long time. She looks at her hand and slams her fist on the table in frustration.
Hey, cards are what they are.
Sydney smirks and it's like, what's the matter, Bust? Haven't you lost enough already?
It ain't. She laughs and says, "It ain't over until someone has all the money."
Alright. Next down the list, down the row, seated next to Bust, Gundega's old cellmate from your days in the Slammer. Retro, would you like to describe your character?
Yeah. So basically, she's a short-haired woman with baggy eyes. Like, she's seen a lot of stuff in her day. Her jacket is way too overcoat for her, but she likes it as it brings her back to her masterpieces, she likes to call them, as there's some dust on there, and she has a blaster over her chest, just in case if she needs to use it. As she looks at her cards and jumps up, "Hell yeah!" and then looks around, then sits back there like, "Y'all didn't hear anything."
You need to work on your poker face, friend.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Well, how about you work on your dumb... I don't know what to say. Y'all need to work on something else.
So, your Sydney kind of like, arches her eyebrow and smirks at, Jess's, outburst and is like, J-Storm's excited. Let's see who has the better hand. And we move down the line to a young man with glasses who is seated down the row from Jess. Varnus, would you like to describe your character?
Rykard Blanchard had a look of someone who hadn't felt happiness in quite some time on his face. And yet at the same time, he seemed to have some thoughts in that head of his, with a slight smirk across his face. His outfit was a little too small on him, but at the same time, his jacket was too big on him. It seemed aged almost, as though it was from a different era. He adjusted his glasses and raised.
Spicy, spicy. All right, looks like we're getting further in.
Slipstream, smiles like a shark that's seen a boat too small and says, "Things are getting interesting." And as we go down to the last party member, the last member of this 5 mech pilot squadron, Kylisa, would you like to describe your character?
Michelle sits at the end of the table, expressionless look on her face. Her skin is wrinkled and shows wear from her time when she served the Mere Smoke mercenary company 30, 40-ish years ago. She's been retired for some time, but one last mission's brought her back. She simply looks at her cards. She's actually whittling a small wooden object, trying to turn it into a bird. And when her cards are slid over to her, she simply lifts them up, looks at them, and stays expressionless.
Sydney, your pilot, notices this and is like, all right. The living legend's got one hell of a poker face. As there's quite a few stories about, Michelle Kaspersky's days in, Mirror Smoke. However, I do have to say, you've been retired for quite a long time, and as such, your piloting licenses have since expired. You are license level 0.
You know what they say, child. Do not believe everything you hear in stories.
Gundega pulls out in Union space, a legal cigarette and lights it with a match.
Illegal or legal?
Legal. As far as everyone else knows.
Jess is basically tapping her knee on the ground, looking at her cards excitedly, and looks at the others like she's fixing to plan something.
Remember, this is a game of bluffing, and you're not bluffing really well, friend.
So, is anyone going to raise?
Sydney grins and says, I raise.
I'll raise.
Alright.
Rook decides to raise. Does anyone else want to keep going?
I'll raise, Gundega says.
Jess slides over what's left of her money. I'll raise! Come on, let's do it! Come on, hurry!
Okay.
How about you?
You seem easy with your money, friend.
How about you, Bust? What's Bust do, for?
Bust folds.
Yeah, that's about what I expected. Sydney says that in character. And should probably
Rook decides to raise yet again.
Oh.
I have a suggestion flavor-wise I'm going to put in the group.
Yeah. We use this to test the rolls. Oh.
Yup.
Interesting.
Wait, what's going on? I can't say.
Do you, make an unseen and unheard check for me, Thea. An act unseen or unheard.
I would like to argue, take control.
Oh, okay.
Because while everyone else is bantering and stuff, she basically took a direct action to stack the deck.
Oh, you sneak. Go for it. And we'll show people how to roll. There's dice at the bottom of the screen, and ooh.
Wow.
Sydney gets a sly makes a little huff and said, looks like someone's cheating over there.
Seems we have to throw someone out the airlock. Or get them to fall.
Look, you think everyone's gonna fight fair out there? Fair enough. I fold.
This is between friends. We'll save the dirty work for when we're on the planet.
Just make sure it's not too dirty. Please do not kill anyone that doesn't need to be killed.
Yeah.
You must be new to mirror smoke, friend.
Maybe I am.
It is true that mirror smoke genuinely tries to avoid collateral damage, although, you know, it comes from you kind of play the gray area between sanctioned and unsanctioned agents. And, you know, spanning, your detachments are complex. They span public relations, legal liabilities, and operational considerations. PR guidelines are clear. Don't harm or assault civilians. Don't destroy property. Do get a favorable review from the client, because a favorable review from the client means Mirror Smoke Mercenary Company is happy, and as employees of Mirror Smoke Company, you should be happy too. The operational rules can be less concrete. In some cases, they might align with best PR practices. There can also be off-the-book understandings between clients and commanding officers. Sometimes the property a detachment was supposed to protect winds up damaged or destroyed, but hey, as long as the primary objective was completed, that's all good, right? Not too many people got hurt. Market a success. I just heard a damn it in the background.
I heard that too.
Well, seems like...
So wait, who has folded and who hasn't folded?
Bust has
Gundega folded.
and Gundega
I have
has
not folded. I'm
All right,
staying in.
so
I think maybe I'll have to teach you all how to
all right,
roll.
so Rook is still in. J-Storm is still in. And who else?
J-Storm, Rook, and Sydney.
So
Me
only
too.
3 are left.
Oh, Neon Yakumo, thank you so much for the raid.
Raid.
Welcome.
Oh, no.
We
They've
are
come
about...
to the cookie jar.
Oh, you know, I just remembered something.
What did you just remember?
I remember someone told me that there's some person trying to get in some friend groups to try to isolate others, like try to kick people out of friend groups.
Oh, you mean the person that got banned from my channel for doing that to Arya Starlight?
Yep.
Yeah. How is Pikmin?
Let's just
Neon
say that
Yakumo?
they're not welcome here, even if they're just watching.
How is Pikmin, Neon Yakumo? I mean, you are more than welcome here to bring your little friends on in. Welcome. Those who don't know me, I'm Naria Care, Criminal Cat Girl Extraordinaire, and I'm playing Lancer, the mecha tabletop role-playing game, with 5 lovely and brave mecha pilots. And so, all bets off? No one wishes to raise anymore? Because if so...
Rook decides to raise once more.
Sydney smirks and decides to match Rook's raise.
So, like...
Unfortunately, J-Storm already raised as much as they could, so they're kind of screwed out of this.
I'll raise again.
They're still in, but, you know... Rook understands that their pilot is still not giving up, so he decides to raise as well. What's the harm in it?
Alright. If no one else is gonna fold, I think it is time to teach y'all how dice works to see who wins the poker hand. So, do you see those dice at the bottom right of your screen? The one that I'm covering. Hold on, let me hide myself for just a...
We're using D20?
Yeah, roll a a D20.
Alright. I got a 5.
How do I do this?
Alright, Han, wait. I got a 5. Wait till you hear what the truth is about why Rook had that, but everyone else roll. You click, and in the lower right corner, you see the dice and everything. Click on D20,
I
and then
don't
click
see
roll.
a dice thing in the corner.
Yep.
I see something like on.
Oh, I brought the menu back up. There we go.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's in the text chat menu.
I got 15.
If you hover over each die, it'll tell you what
Are
it
we
is.
also using? Are we also using our stats?
I think this is just a
No,
roll
because
off.
someone already rolled a nat 20, so they automatically win. Unless Jasmine can also get a nat 20.
Come on, baby, come on. Try and hit.
It's the second to last one.
Second to last one at the bottom of the screen, Jasmine. Bottom left.
Bottom right.
You can do it.
Bottom right, sorry.
Alright, hit roll.
Wait, can I say what my character actually had?
Yes.
Rook sighs and puts down his hand. He never had anything to begin with and had just tried to get everyone to fold. Unfortunately, it seems a certain pilot had seen through his plan.
Sydney grins as she plays down a 4 of a kind and says, "Well, looks like I took this one. But you know what? I'm nice, and I've already won all of Bust's money, so y'all can keep this."
Just
Rook
scramble.
doesn't know if he should be happy or feel ashamed. For she only gave them all their money back in absolute pity.
Just scramble.
Probably more pity for J-Storm than anyone else.
You see, Sydney Kinnear, she kinda just nudges you at the side and is like, "What? You think I like poker for the money? Nah, I like it for the thrill."
All Rook could do was sigh and look away.
Y'all
Look
would-
here, kid. She turns to the pilot. She turns to Slipstream. You do know I stacked the deck, so if I wasn't gonna win, you were. So you're welcome for that.
Oh. Suppose we'll have to have a fair game then.
Yeah, nah, I'm good. Stands up, stretches. I'm gonna go get some food. Y'all can deal without me. She begins walking down the corridor.
Alright. How far
Rook
out
simply watches as they leave.
how
Not
close,
sure how to feel one way or another.
How close are we to orbit? And, there is a ping on Sydney's, little, like, wrist-mounted, hollow screen that she pulls up and is like, "Ah, shit. I gotta get to the cockpit. We're approaching Hercynia, and there is a lot of debris in orbit, so we'll have to take some fancy maneuvering." She kind of stretches, flexes a bit, and heads off to the cockpit.
So,
And,
what's everyone
she-
else
and
plan
she
on
taps-
doing?
And she taps Bust on the shoulder and is like, "Hey, co-pilot, you coming?"
And says, yeah. Bust nods and is like, yeah, nothing we can't do anyway. Let's give him some cheese while we're at it.
Rook merely looks at the two people left of him and gets up and decides to go get as much alcohol as he can. There's only one way to stomach what they're about to do.
Jess runs over the table, grabbing as much money as she can carry, and runs out to her room. I'm keeping this! She yells.
Wait, as in you're stealing our money?
I'm stealing as much as she can carry.
If it's all our money, is it really stealing anyway?
If you're stealing our money, I'm gonna take a problem with that.
Yes, but if it's all of our money anyway, doesn't that mean by her taking it, it still ends up in our pockets either way?
Well, technically, it's Sydney's money because she won the pot, but she mercifully decided to give it to you, to give it back.
Mostly to J-Storm, because J-Storm used up all their money.
So it's mostly J-Storm's money anyway.
J-Storm might make a ton of money, but man, are they stupid with that ton of money.
I think we know who the gremlin of the party is already.
So, at this point, anyone who walks into the dining hall will just see Gundega strapped into a chair, drinking from a flask that she quickly hooks onto her belt. Spins around and is like, anyone else want a drink?
Michelle will take a hit.
You also may want to strap in. These dipshits don't know how to drive for shit.
Oh, Rook's about to learn how little they know.
You hear...
I imagine Rook is probably the newest person here.
Actually, it would be a tie between Rook and Michelle.
For those who don't know, Rook is probably one of, if not the only person here who isn't here because they were arrested for a crime.
Well, that's actually not, why Michelle is here either. She's actually, a living... Well, so it's like the oldest and the youngest are the two newbies to the team, whereas, I think Bust, Gundega, and, Jess all know each other and have worked with, Slipstream before.
You all would also know to call, while on the field, to call Gundega Fencer, as she does not respond to her name while you all are on the field on a mission.
Yes. So, we begin our approach and descent into the atmosphere of Hercynia, and it is pretty rocky. You can see that there is quite a lot of debris. You do know that a while back, there had been a rather fierce, well, you all know about the Hercynian crisis. The first time that, humanity had ever, found sentient life, which they promptly did an exterminatus on. But it was a big deal, and it led to the fall of the old Second Committee, the fascist government of humanity's, galaxy.
Now here's a real question. Why does everyone want to be here? Is it for simply money, a mission, redemption? Why else would some of these people be here? Why would J-Storm? Why would Fencer? Bust? Rook? Everyone else? Surely
Money.
they had a reason.
Money and fame.
Okay,
That's
what if we give
concern.
our reasons one at a time? Is that okay with you, Neri?
Yeah, sure.
Alright, what's Michelle's reason?
I have my reasons.
The character has to be willing to share. Y'all know that the reason why y'all are going out here is because Mirror Smoke has been hired to defend a colony by Landmark Colonial, which is looking to reopen the planet that has been isolated for about 5 centuries.
And
So
Ari,
then
did you get
they-
a new follower?
I did. I got 2 new followers.
Just let you know, Ringlet Whisker. My laptop nearly shut off on me. Anyway, remember how I said there was the other person who wanted to potentially join our group and is friends with Pinku, but she needs to get to know us all better?
Mm-hmm.
That's who it is.
I feel like it's we gotta be focusing
Hello,
on the game.
motherfucker.
Oh yeah, no,
Yep.
I know. I
Hey,
just wanted to say that.
Ringlet! Thank you. Welcome to the crime family. Make yourself at home. So, does anyone else? So, a lot of you are soldiers of fortune. You're here because Mirror Smoke sent you all here on a job. I feel like that is, I mean, Bust, you're kind of like you were kind of more of the Han Solo space pirate, if I got your vibe right. And
Yeah.
Dega and Jess, you two have rap sheets. Like, you actually met in prison. So, yeah.
Rundega is just letting the force of the cigarette drooping from her lips. She's like, I'm here for money, maybe a bit of fame, rebuild my rep, that sort of shit.
Yeah. And the dropship starts rocking violently as Slipstream basically pulls a slipstream, as y'all would call it, and flies very fast and recklessly, burning hard through the debris field to enter Hercynia's orbit. And you'll look at a lot of the debris. Quite a lot of it looks man-made. You do know that basically all of Union's military was here at this planet at one point. It looks centuries old. Much of it is in pieces. None of it looks functional or even salvageable. It's just the scrap that's been left.
That's quite frankly an insult to scrap.
Also, I will say from personal experience, it sounds like going down was similar to riding on a fucking RV when everything is not nailed down.
Yes.
Pretty much. You can see that the cards from the poker game, if you guys were still in the lounge, they'd be flying all over the lounge. All those magazines and board games and beer cans. The NES, like, rises up off of its shelf. It's built like a brick, though. It'll be fine.
I turn
No,
to
what if they have a modified Xbox controller, like original Xbox controller, simply because it would survive?
I turn to Gundega. Is this how she normally flies?
More or less, just give her a few minutes and she'll get the zoomies out of her ass.
It is like D&D Ringlet Whiskers. It's D&D, but with giant robots. So...
So she just lets the velocity put out her cigarette naturally. She tosses it in a nearby receptacle as it slows down and is like, get ready. It's also probably going to be ping-ponging, but she's probably going to be ping-ponging between this shit for a while. I'd strap in if I were y'all.
Yeah.
There's a sound of clatter and a few things not nailed down falling.
Yep.
Glass, even. Crashing.
Yeah. You can all see
Got it.
the heat shield, the glow of the heat shield from outside as you're all entering the atmosphere of Hercynia.
Let's make a
Like
giant explosion.
Could I quickly do a D20 roll? Trust me, there's a reason.
Can you all see the current screen? Oh, that
It's
should...
loading.
Hold on, it's loading.
Nary, is it okay if I roll a D20 for something real quick?
Yes.
Okay. And then afterward, I'll let you know, based on the results, what happened. Okay. Oh my god, it looks like an old DOS game now.
You can all see it?
I can see it on your
I
stream.
can't see it yet.
Okay,
Yeah,
how
I
do
can't
I'm looking
see.
on her
Oh,
stream and
there
I
it
can see it
goes. It's
just
starting to do
loading
something.
in like a fucking DOS game. It's insane.
Yeah, I'm still loading in.
I got,
I'm stuck at 97%.
Yeah,
Same.
it's stuck for me too.
it loaded in for Babushka.
Yeah, well,
No,
lucky
actually,
them.
it didn't. I'm watching on your stream as well.
Okay, so y'all can look on the stream if you wanted to. Oh, hey! Rook is loaded in for Rook.
I can't see. Oh, what the fuck?
What the hell was that?
Give me a moment.
His artificial voice box broke.
Oh no.
I'm kidding. Microphone issues.
I can't see the text.
Can you not?
Fog of War is turned on, friend.
Alright. Shit.
Oh, there it
You-
goes. Do not
Lighting.
own any token with this vision. What's that mean? What the hell?
Alright.
Hang on. Union office. Alright, I'm seeing it now.
Yep, there we go.
I still. Oh, there it goes.
Yeah. Gonna have to type and have you read, Neri. What happens? Not yet. I'm waiting for whatever you did, Varn, before everybody lands.
Hey, Neri, I'm gonna send you a private message.
What's up?
Gonna send you a private message.
Okay. You could even say that we're making Titanfall. Haha! Wait, wrong franchise.
I want to play
Yeah, I
Titanfall / Apex.
That's
I
definitely
never
worth
seen
the
that. I never
half-hearted
played that
glasses
game.
raising, yeah. Like, I don't know how that would sound, really.
Okay, so what happens to Rook doesn't matter until everyone lands.
Oh, that sounds like a VHS tape. Or VCR. That takes me back.
I can read it if you want me to, what the stuff is saying.
Yeah.
So you see Gundega just basically turn around, open up a terminal. Alright, everything's looking decent. Colonial Charter of Hercynia towards Landmark Colonial and 4943U. Its first settlement, Evergreen, was founded in 4946, remains the center of the colony. Yep, we know about the fucking orbital density, whatever. What else? What else? Okay, Union weapons free in AO. We may want to land more carefully so we don't get people in their asses. Someone go tell the pilot and the co-pilot this.
Alright. So who's gonna go tell them,
Gundega's just gonna look around and then we're gonna go tell him, hey, Babushka, can you go tell him to maybe land a little more safely, where to land, all that?
Sure. I will go knock on the pilot's door.
okay, so you go
Hello?
and you knock on, Slipstream's door. Yo, what up? We're in atmosphere?
Child, would you please land more carefully?
Hey, no worries. I'll land her like a baby.
I think the sad-looking one is injured or something.
What? Everybody okay back there?
Let's do it again!
Okay, I just activated, another map. Rook is not fully fine. As you guys see the sort of map of Evergreen, and as you pull into the very tropical jungle world of Hercynia, and you see the destination for landing. And the deck rumbles beneath your feet, and for the first time, you hear the howl of wind shear as the auto shuttle breaches Hercynia's thick atmosphere. Seen through a condensation-streaked window, the world below is an emerald smear, scarred by ragged tiers of black and brown. Patches of gray cloud speak to the months-long rainstorms that plague the surface. 30 minutes out, Slipstream's voice in your ear, unaffected by the turbulence. Leave your strap in for now. Cabin's not gonna be pressurized, and you're gonna go through one hell of a chop. Don't want to bang your head on something before we get you to the ground. Her radio clips off. Cabin lights flicker from an especially hard knock. Then the wind shear dies down, and the howling engines settle to a level cruising roar. The hiss of air through your helmet subsumes all other sounds. Oh, a lot of you don't have your helmet. Well, you're probably getting your helmets on as you all start to mount up in your mechs. Below, Emerald Hercynia. And as you all descend, you hear Slipstream's voice in your ear again as she says, "The hell? Our designated landing zone is we might have a bit of a problem. Not to worry, I can get us through it." And it looks like
Slipstream, what's the problem? Just yells through the comms.
Landmark Colonial has designated a landing bowl for us to plant the dropship in. I'm looking at it right now, and it's flooded. We can't put the ship there. Not to worry.
Where the hell are you gonna land then?
Creatively.
I don't like the sound of that.
Slipstream calls into her comms. Evergreen, this is ad is about to start. Fuck. We got an ad break coming up. Rook finally manages to walk out of where all the wine bottles were, a glass shard in his hand. Bad news. I've been stabbed. Good news. The alcohol cleansed the wound. What's wrong? Slipstream says, landing site's flooded. I'm gonna have to get creative with our drop-off. Think y'all can jump out the rear doors, land atop a hill?
We can
I
try.
suppose we can manage that.
I can keep her hovered for a little while.
How long is a while?
About a minute or two.
Let's go for it, folks. And you immediately see Gundega, also known as Fencer, just start moving her mech forward.
The rear door of the shuttle's open, and the Hercynian air rolls in, wet and warm. As rain droplets streak by outside. The shuttle's engines wind down to a downward sort of hovering burn, buffeting the tall treetops that surrounds the hilltop with a steady blast of heat shimmer air. And the colony's main landing bowl is out of commission today, flooding open sinkholes under the pad. A light, cool rain falls all around the dropship. Evergreen sits a kilometer away.
So yeah, I think Michelle shall get into her mech as well. Her mech being titled Domus. I'm gonna like simplify the name because I don't even know how to say the second word in my name. And she is going to initiate descent.
All right.
Gundega's already out. Her mech Radagast, she is using to quickly just jump jet out and land hero pose style.
Badass. Jess?
Jetstone gets into Jess gets into her mech, the G Jetstorm, and she
I thought
just
Jetstorm
dives
was your
out.
call sign.
Oh, wait, what's this one called? Hang on, sorry. What's this one called? I don't know how to say it. Hang on. From the file I'm looking at, it says VER Forest, something like that. Is that what I'm looking for?
What? Veres? What I got here is that your
Yeah, is
mech
that the
is
one I'm
called...
looking for? Or...
So what I have here is that your mech is called Expropriation, and it's a GMS Everest. And your pilot's call sign is Jetstorm.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's what I meant to say. That's what I didn't know. I'm sorry.
All right.
You're okay. You're learning. It's fine.
Yeah. How about Bust in Don't Say I Didn't Warn You, also a GMS Everest?
So, don't say I warn you, basically runs out of the back of the shuttlecraft and, thanks to a jump jet system, actually manages to land pretty smoothly, although all of this looks incredibly reckless from everyone else's point of view, considering how they've had to land.
Yeah. And I think that's lastly is everybody except for Rook getting ready to enter his custom Everest, Fire and Brimstone. And and you are gonna jump out the back onto the top of this like wooded hill. So everyone jumps out, suited up in their mech, and in the distance you can see the white wrapped towers of the first apartment blocks of Evergreen, and the low gray of the first generation habitats crowding around their feet. In the dying afternoon light, the settlement's street lights are steady beacons illuminating the colony's borders. Beyond, the panorama around it disappears into the solid green of the dense temperate rainforest and the gray of low clouds and fog obscuring the rest of the valley. And you all spot something. As you guys set down in your mechs, once the last one is off, the dropship burns away and starts climbing to a kind of hovering position around Evergreen until the landing bowl can be cleared of flooding.
Right.
So Slipstream, your dropship pilot, is sticking around for now. She's just in the air, kind of just doing loops.
Okay.
You all see
Loop to loop.
You all see on your scanners a small group approaches on foot. Infantry. They look armed.
FOF code?
Friendly.
Well, at least we don't have to kill them.
Were we? Maybe. Were we informed of any friendlies arriving, Gundega?
As far as I can tell, maybe also it's Fencer. Run the field. He's right. Okay, so not that I was aware of.
You
I'm
Gonna
gonna try to
patch in
open
comms.
communications with them.
you can
Gundega
see
opens
that one of
communication.
the you can see
Oh,
that
my
one
bad.
of them what looks to be the leader, a woman with a very, very large rifle or weapon, almost as big as she is waving you guys down, like standing up and waving. You can see that they have on their you guys have got pretty high zoom cameras, and you can see that on the sleeves they're wearing like olive drab uniforms, and on the sleeves of their uniforms is the symbol of Landmark Colonial. Landmark Colonial being the company that has contracted Mirror Smoke to defend their colony.
Yeah.
All right. So someone who's here for the right reasons.
That we know of.
That we know of. If no one else is
Well,
attempting to open communication, I will, or at least walk towards them.
Gundega has open communication for everyone to them as well.
All right. The woman with the big.
This is Fencer.
You the pilots?
Yes, this is my team.
Affirmative.
Yeah. Brava Hadura, commander of the militia here. Glad you finally arrived. Listen, we shouldn't be outside the walls too long. There's a sniper in the area.
Oh, goody. Just exactly what we need right now.
And let
She's.
me guess, has a gun big enough to deal with us too?
I hope you are being sarcastic. I do not like the idea of a sniper.
I wish. It's a mechanized sniper. Mech Cav. Same as you Lancers. We should move. The bugs are good shots. And tell that bird to stop making itself a target.
Gonna patch into her to the person we're talking to. Yeah, we don't have a landing space, so what are we supposed to do then?
We're working on
Actually,
that. We'll get the flooding cleared out soon.
yeah. Actually, hold on. I actually phone up and talk to Slipstream.
Uh-huh. Hey, Bust.
So we finally got contact with the guys on the ground. Apparently there's a mech sniper going around, so I'd make yourself scarce if I were you.
Copy. Dusting off.
Oh, can I speak now?
Y'all still need to get me a landing space. You can see that she
We're-
kind of climbs a little bit
Mhm.
until
working
she's
on
like
it.
above the cloud cover.
We're working on it.
So, Nary.
Varnus wanted to say something. What's up, Kylisa?
Well, if Varnus wanted to say something, go ahead, Varnus.
I was gonna have Rook offer to be a counter sniper until we at least figure out where we are and what's going on.
So you can see that Brava Hadura, the militia commander, she kinda. By the way, can y'all see the character art when I share it
Yes.
with you?
Yeah,
Yes.
I can.
Yeah.
She offers to lead you guys to. You should follow us. We got to get you to town.
Okay, so now, Nary.
Yes.
I'm gonna probably assume that I'm probably the communications slash the hacker of the team, right? Is that fair to say?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm actually gonna basically do an open search for any sort of signals, any sort of communication happening in the nearby area. Obviously I have a fingerprint for the good guy for now. The good guys. I don't know what else to call them. The colonials. I mean, we
Mhm.
probably aren't going to be friends with them much longer.
The people who hired us.
The people who hired us, yeah. So I could
The
probably
militia.
differentiate their communications from other entities. Could I roll for that? Like just to keep an eye on the airwaves?
You can certainly try.
Awesome.
Wait, is there anything I could do regarding counter sniping?
It's interesting you should say that because so you guys follow the infantry as Hadura looks around the waving treetops and grasses, leery, hunched over her long rifle, as she leads you guys through the jungles over to Evergreen. And she says, "We'll get your particulars entered in our database. That way you can come and go without triggering guns and drones. We've had them powered down for now. Or the mines, once we get them planted."
For what it's worth, Nary, I rolled a 17, basically looking to intercept any enemy communications.
You do. You manage to get the communications from Evergreen's militia, as they're like, giving in reports and all clears. You do hear very distant communications. It sounds like human language, but you recognize it as a dialect that is not spoken in Union space. It's like to the point where it's basically a foreign language. Babe, someone's at the door. Hold on, I have to get the door.
So, how is everyone doing?
Thank you, Ramona.
Are you asking out of character?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Because if it was in character, I would be shutting you up right now. But if it was out of character, I'm doing pretty good. I'm having some fun. Having a good time.
Okay, back, by the
I'll
way.
be honest, I'm a little stressed because I'm new to this, but I also am
You're doing a
afraid of
great job,
talking
Varn.
over
Doing
people
great,
or people
Varn,
talking
Varn.
over me. I don't know. I'm just.
Yeah, I'm scared right now. I'm scared of fucking all this up.
Yeah.
That's why
Y'all
I'm
are
being
doing
quiet
great.
a lot.
You will say
Y'all are
that.
doing awesome.
I will say, Michel, Babushka, because you rolled so high, you can tell that this chatter that you're hearing, this distant chatter in a foreign language marked as enemy, while it's a foreign language, it is definitely coming from human vocal cords. This game is called Lancer, Ringlet.
I'll answer the questions in the chat, so we can keep things moving forward. If that's okay.
Yeah.
All right, the Odosaya.
I will end you.
Yeah. I know I screwed that up one time. Now I'm just doing it on purpose.
But yeah, despite
Don't worry, Theodosia.
Brava Hadura mentioning bugs, it sounds like, it's not anything you can understand, this communication. It sounds like Draunia Nakisha Tater, like that kind of stuff. It's like, or not quite that foreign. It's got words you can understand, especially you, because you have previously violated the curfew on Hercynia. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. I don't know if anyone else would know that or not. Probably not. I shouldn't disclose that.
Yeah, I don't.
But it is of a Hercynian dialect that is not spoken in Union.
Okay. Does it sound like, and also as a military veteran, I would recognize the difference between common chatter and like the issuing of commands and like ordering movements and stuff. Does it sound like that?
You hear a bit of
Like
both.
maybe not necessarily understand it, but it would like
You would
there
hear a
would be
bit
a
of both. In particular,
okay.
you hear the voice of a young woman speaking in this dialect that seems to be like the lead, the ranking officer, or the one giving commands. A voice from a woman who sounds incredibly young to be a commander.
So I'm gonna open a channel directly to Gundega, and I'm just gonna give her a quick update, like just letting you know there is chatter, there is unit movement in the surrounding forest. Yeah, I don't think
Alright.
it's necessarily bad, but it could be bad. I would have everyone be on their toes.
Alright, you hear that, folks? Keep an eye out. Be careful to make sure if you see any units nearby, report it to me. I also relay the information to our friends with the colony.
Brava
How about we just blow 'em
answers.
up?
Brava answers in the affirmative and says, "Copy." And then, like, she comes to, like, a clearing and holds up her fist and says, "Careful. That sniper likes this clearing. Go fast when you cross."
Can do.
Could I have Rook set up a counter sniping to help give cover for everyone?
Go for it.
All right, so I roll a d20.
You are trained in this. You just do it. You know how to... You've got your
Alright.
GMS license. You know your way around your anti-material rifle. You know how to set up and brace for fire. And you actually look in the direction that Brava Hadura pointed out that the sniper likes to fire from.
I'll keep a lookout for that area and others nearby, just in case they like to fire from more than one angle.
So, who's going to clear the crossing first?
I'm gonna go first just to be quick about it.
All right. Fencer, the leader, leading from the front as always.
I'm basically quickly snap between cover as I go along. Using my boosters.
All right. You clear the other side of the clearing without incident.
Alright. Up next, Jetstream. Get out here.
Jetstream, you gonna move up?
Who's Jetstream?
That's you.
Yeah.
It's Jetstorm.
Jetstorm.
Jetstorm. Sorry. My
Yeah,
bad.
I was wondering who the hell Jettree was too. I'm like, who is
Sorry.
that?
Let me
messed
retcon.
up your girlfriend's character's call
Shut the
sign.
fuck up.
me for the last time, Starscream.
Can I Y'all, it's been a long day. I just ran a 3-hour game. Cut me some
Oh,
slack.
right, Jasmine.
That's fair.
Actually, I'll DM you later. Let's just say that you might enjoy it.
Alright, Jetstorm.
Alright,
Get out here, get across.
Jetstorm basically runs super fast, runs fast, not looking around, not going cover, just going straight ahead, not caring.
You immediately hear over comms, the fuck are you doing?
I'm getting the fuck out. I ain't doing nothing into shit. Over the comms, she yells, I'm doing what I'm gonna do. I'm getting over there and I ain't gonna take my time like you do.
If you get killed, I'm laughing.
You do hear a crack.
Oh, shit.
You don't see a flash off in the distance, but there is definitely, and Rook, as a sniper yourself, you would hear as the round flies overhead, you hear the crack of the round, and it sounds like the round itself is about the size of a city bus. It's meant for hitting mechs. It is a mech-sized anti-material rifle like yours, maybe even bigger, as it barely misses Jetstorm's frame and just severs this tree behind her completely in half.
And that's why we use tactics, people. Who's next?
Wait,
Babushka, why don't you...
should I roll to see if I spot where the sniper is? Or...
Sure, go for it.
Alright.
See, this is why Ranch.
I failed to see them this time.
You have a couple ideas. You
So
have an
we know-
idea of where that shot might have come from, but you're also certain that the sniper, after missing, probably would have relocated.
See, I'm smart. We actually know now that the sniper is nearby. Now we know.
We already knew that, Jetstorm. Get in line. Babushka, you good to go next?
Nary question.
Yes.
Are they within a sensor range of 15?
No, they are not.
Okay, cool. I'm going to deploy my nexuses, basically use them as additional eyes. And I'm going to basically be sticking to the forest. I'm not walking out into that opening.
So you're taking the long way around as your nexuses kind of act as the spotter drones.
Exactly, and I'm trying to get I'm trying to basically pick them up in sensor range.
So that Rook could shoot them.
Yeah, and you could probably transmit what your drones are seeing to Rook, too. And that's
True.
actually... That's actually very, very interesting, because what your drones spot as they look over is there was kind of like a wooded, hilly area that you are able to see. And what you can see is you don't see a mech. What you do see, however, is what looks like fresh footprints left by a light mech and several people on foot. So it looks like those footprints were just made, and the sniper seems to have taken a single shot and then fucked off when they missed.
Okay. I relay that information to the rest of the team.
Got it.
Too many Rooks.
Told y'all.
Alrighty. Let's see.
I'm going to keep the nexuses deployed, Nary, just so,
Fair.
like...
Just in
Bust.
case. Just in case.
Just in case.
Our little friend pops up someplace else.
Bust, get over here.
Yeah. All right. I make the crossing.
Okay, carefully or...
Yeah, I think I'm gonna. I actually think I'm gonna go as fast as possible too.
Okay.
Thank you.
You charge across recklessly, much like Jetstorm did, and
Hmm.
you do not receive any fire. There are no incoming shots.
Oh, what
Oh.
the hell? Oh, wow.
Hey, you crossed first, Jess. You're the one who decided to cross recklessly first.
All right,
That
Hey,
Harry.
Yeah,
Now who's left?
just you.
Rook?
Just Rook.
Rook regretted this moment. He knew he would be the one shot. He knew the sniper would probably be the one shot.
You hear, you
He
hear,
decided to go as fast as he could while also cautiously. His mech was nowhere near as fast as the others due to its heavier equipment and lack of boosters.
even with your reduced speed, you make it across without issue. There are no further sniper shots.
the sniper team.
We lost
Well,
somebody.
that's interesting.
The sniper team probably GTFO'd after missing.
Yeah. Are people dropping out
So
of
basically, I
the
scared them off.
server? Or what's going on?
I just lost connection for some reason.
I didn't yet.
oh,
No,
neither
not
have
yet.
I.
But basically,
I'm still here.
I scared them off. Ha ha ha! I scared them off.
There, I'm
Here.
back in the game.
You're back. Is everybody back in the game?
Yep.
Wait, where's
Listen
Bust?
up. Oh,
Oh,
There's
yeah,
Bust.
yeah, I'm here.
listen up, Jetstorm. You didn't do shit. Look, the person is a sniper. They're going between vantage points. It's fucking obvious. Jesus.
Rook seems to be taking issue with how everyone's treating J-Storm, but decides to be quiet for now.
All right.
Sorry for snapping Storm. It's just don't take credit for something that is fate. It's luck. Just honestly.
The troopers lead you through the muddy, churned jungle, tromping across soggy ground into the outskirts of the colony of Evergreen. All right. Let me just configure
Nary, I
this.
accidentally turned your chat into a Gundam chat. I'm sorry.
That's fine. That's fine. Gundam is amazing.
I mean, Neri did make me watch Witch from Mercury. I think like half of the first season.
Yeah, half of the first. We watched up to episode 6. And anyway, I'm gonna activate this. And can y'all hear that?
Yeah,
No,
what?
because I had music on. I'm sorry. Okay, now let me try.
Yeah, I can hear it.
All right.
I can hear it as well.
Cool.
Okay.
So, seemingly unguarded, you can see that the again, white wrapped towers over the walls of Evergreen. The gates grind open as you approach. There's a few farmers and scattered subalterns patrolling the outskirts. Subalterns being like drones, like robotic workers, dull metal bodies beating with rainfall. They bear the robots bear, like human-sized robots, bear the planted flag logo of Landmark Colonial and are painted in Landmark's pale orange and blue livery. Its western edge is bordered by a wide, slow-moving river, and across the water is a broad expanse of semi-developed farmland that stretches for kilometers before petering out into the thick, temperate rainforest. The tall, vacant apartment blocks stand close to the river, 10-plus stories of habitats built, sealed, and awaiting their tenants, and loom over the comparatively small, populated inland districts, which are composed of smaller apartment blocks of the first-gen residents, 2 to 3 stories tall. And this side of Evergreen looks out towards the Strait. A squad of prefab wall rings the current boundaries of the city. Beyond is a muddy clear-cut, expanding every day as massive drone cutters and their handlers chew into the old growth east of the city center. The colony's landing bowl, now flooded, where ships would land and depart, rests a few kilometers southeast of the settlement as well. It's flooded as the pad at the bottom is in need of repair, and the water needs to be pumped out. So, you hear Brava Hadura radio in to you on comms and says, "Welcome to Evergreen." She kind of breathes a sigh of relief as she steps into Evergreen's city walls. Do you all follow?
Yes.
Yes.
You okay?
Yes, in the best of sense.
Well, if out of character, if you need anything, just let me know, okay? I actually run a few support groups.
Yeah.
I was just taking a hit of my vape.
Yeah.
Oh, you're vaping.
Are you? Why are you? Never mind.
It's okay. It's okay. This is Kylisa we're talking about.
I'm the bad girl of the group.
I bet.
Nary smokes weed. I don't think.
I've literally hit Kylisa's pen before.
So
I'm the
but
one who corrupted Neri.
Ugh.
I
Vaping
was
just
already
sounds nasty.
I was already corrupted by Lexi.
Yeah, but at least lower dose. Weed is actually beneficial.
Yeah.
True. I wouldn't. Yeah, to be clear, it's THC.
I would also remind you guys that I know it's fine. I've talked about weed on my stream before. It's okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. I need to behave myself. I forgot. I'm on television.
Yeah. So it's okay. It's okay. So
Fuck television.
you guys also see, on the towards the outskirts of the wall, you guys see what looks to be a rather recently constructed mech hangar, like just built, including a full-scale printer to replicate mech components or even a full chassis. And you can see standing by it, looking over to see these large machines stepping into the colony is a rather older looking beer-bellied man. And he kind of like holds his hand over his eyes as he peers at these mechs walking by. He's got a lift. He's got like a sort of exo frame. No hard suit, but he's got like a limb-assisted lifting frame worn around like his arms and his back. And I'm gonna show you guys the art in a second. This guy is just sort of peering as you guys walk past what looks like this newly constructed mech hangar.
I like his belt buckle.
Big fencer.
Big.
You would see a logo that is stamped on one of the crates inside this mech hangar, and you recognize it It is the symbol of Warwick Industries. Thea, did
Who
you get
sees this? Sorry, you cut out for me. My bad.
So, inside the mech hangar, you see a bunch of crates that look to be full of parts to maintain the mech printer, where new components can be like fabricated with the right, parts. And it can even be used to replace a a destroyed frame if need be, provided you have like
Okay,
enough salvage.
it's from Warwick Industries. You immediately see Gundega, Fencer, spit on the ground when she sees this.
Are you still in your cockpit?
No, she gets out, hooks up the. I'm assuming she sees this after she deposits her mech in the hangar and spits on the ground after she sees this.
Yeah, so you're all dismounting in the hangar, and Gundega spits on the ground. This guy, he's got a cigarette, he's got a coffee cup. Doesn't seem to mind the spit on the ground. He kind of looks like he spits tobacco on the floor quite a bit already. And,
Hey, who's the grandpa? Just yells.
Evening, young'un. Castor Fielding. Pleasure to meet y'all.
Pleasure to meet you too.
Yep.
Greetings.
Yep.
Pleasure to meet you as well.
Yep. Pleasure.
You could tell everyone's character, you could tell character of characters just by how they respond to him.
By the way,
Who's the old man?
when she says pleasure to you as well, she's just not even paying attention. She's kind of distant, just glaring at the crate. Where'd you get this crate?
Oh, yeah. Shuttle from the folks from Warwick brought this in. Couldn't get this set up without the parts from them. Yep.
Where are they?
No, they dusted off. It was a flyby. They just stopped in for a while, see?
Of course. Let me know if they show up again.
Sure thing, missy.
Is there something you want to tell us?
No.
Wait, who am I talking to?
Gundega.
Is there something you wish to tell us, Gundega?
Yeah. It's Fencer, and no.
Fencer, okay. Something you want to tell us, Fencer?
Nope.
You can see that the old grandpa, Castor Fielding, is eyeing your mechs that you've now docked. These are old GMS frames, aren't they?
Yep. Treat Radagast with respect, please.
Good old GMS, always reliable.
You have experience with them?
Yep. I worked on maintenance crews back in my day.
Back in your day, where?
Off in the periphery. Or, not in the periphery, out in the long rim. Worked on, repairing, albatross mechs. Mirror smoke mechs. Even a couple pirate mechs. Part of a long-haul maintenance company. Maintenance and shipping. Yep.
I see.
Decided to settle down here in my twilight years. Yep.
How has life been here? Has construction of the new buildings been hard?
Yeah. The subalterns, they do most of the heavy lifting yet. I just gotta make sure all the parts get put together in the right way, yep. Some of these machines can be pretty sensitive, yep.
Besides the sniper problem, what else can you say about the area?
Is a small colony. Not much folk here, yep.
I see.
Nice climate. It agrees with my bad leg. Yep.
If you need
You
help
got-
with that bad leg, just let us know. We'll see what we can
It's
do.
all right, but thank you very much, sir.
Old timer, you got a lighter? She pulls out a cigarette, puts it to her mouth.
He actually flips a lighter out of like a compartment in like his exo extendo arm, and just reaches and just uses that. It's like built into his arm. You can tell this guy's a chain smoker because he apparently installed that into his arm himself. It's not part of the standard frame. And he lights your cigarette.
She takes a long drag on it, still staring distantly at the crate.
What do I'm kind of curious. What do I know about Warwick Industries, Neri?
Warwick Industries, it is a partner to Landmark Colonial, affiliated with SSC, Smith Shimano, who is sponsoring Landmark Colonial's ventures into Hercynia to like settle the dead world again. And despite shipping still being controlled largely, with 30% of all shipping being done by IPSN Northstar, Warwick has been carving out a pretty decent market for itself. They came out of nowhere and just expanded very rapidly, and they've got like a very charismatic CEO who is a woman that is rumored to be dangerous to cross.
Okay.
Bus takes note of the cigarette lighter attached to his arm and notes, "That's not part of the standard frame, is it?"
Nope.
You smokes? Needed it that much that you put it on yourself. That's impressive.
Yep.
So I think Babushka is going to use an opportunity to kind of just slip away and start doing routine maintenance on Domus.
Okay. You check Domus. You examine your all your gyro stabilizers, your hard systems, your soft systems. I imagine you recalled your Nexus swarms at this point.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like before we probably entered the city.
Yeah. So yeah, everything looks good. Brava Hadura calls out to you guys and says, "Hey, the governor is going to want to speak with you guys."
Oh, yeah. All right. She throws the cigarette on the ground and stamps it out. Let's move out, team.
As you all depart, Grandpa Castor Fielding sort of pulls his cigarette out, gives you guys a 2-fingered salute with the cigarette in one hand. It's like, "Happy trails, y'all."
Likewise, old timer.
Happy trails.
Yep. All right. And you guys are led to the governor's actually, why don't I pull up a map of Evergreen for you guys. I'll activate configure to
Hey Neri,
turn off. Yes?
can you tell Lexi something?
What do you want me to tell Lexi?
Tell her that I just got a Porygon the Pokemon TCG Pocket mobile game.
Nice.
Nice. Kylisa wants me to tell you, Lexi, that she just caught a Porygon in the Pokemon TCG game. You should make a Pokemon team with only Porygons.
I can't really do that, but also I kind of feel bad. Sorry for the ADHD moment.
It's fine. So.
Oh, could I ask a question real quick, Neri,
Yeah.
while everything's fully loading? I hope my whole thing of Rook asking questions to learn more about, like, people's connections to each other is okay.
That's perfectly fine. Actually, that's great. It's very interesting.
I think it fits into a certain aspect of him that, remember, we were talking about it, Neri?
Yeah. We were talking about it.
Right now, he'd claim that it's because he wants to know everything going on for the sake of his, his personal stuff, wanting to know where everything is in case he needs to escape with everyone, but...
I mean, we're not gonna... We'll talk about that later.
Yep.
So, Naga's just gonna keep walking, being like, look, when we get there, let's try to be polite and cordial. Nothing too crazy. The guy's in charge of everything. You know how it is. Everyone got that?
Have you
Got it.
have you met us? Just ask. Have you met us?
I
You
will
mean
say
you.
the challenge.
And that's
to
exactly why they're
the
worried.
second visit.
That's why they're worried about us, J-Storm, because they've met us.
Be professional, and if you can't be professional, keep your mouth shut.
Fine. I'm still just gonna look around.
Casual
in case,
existence, they
I
probably
I
do.
lean over to Rook. Who died and made her boss?
Right?
Well, sounds like she wants us to die.
She needs to lighten up. Yes.
You guys would know that, Bust and, Jess would know that, Fencer has kind of been, like, the sort of person who sort of assumes the team leadership role, and is the one who, like, the very lead from the front, follow me guys, and so, you guys do know, yes, even the gremlin that is Jess, if, Fencer points and says, go over there, in the middle of a fight, it's probably a good idea to go over there.
TLDR, I have the leader talent.
Precisely. TLDR, Fencer has the leader talent.
I almost took that. I'm glad I didn't now.
Oh, I actually do have it.
Well, you're the co-pilot, so you're kind of co-leader as you guys are on your dropship, which is now buzzing above cloud level.
So,
I just realized
Fencer-
Rook is called Rook because he's the rookie of the group.
Yep.
I just realized that of my own fucking character.
Yeah, Rook, because you're like the tower who snipes from far away. Nah, you're the rookie of the group.
Or both.
Oh, okay. I took Sis off. That's what I took.
That's quite a good talent for a hacker to have.
Oh,
Anyway,
hey, can I roll, Can I roll for my, prototype weapon?
Yeah, sure, go for it.
How the fuck do I go?
3
Where's
charges.
my dice? Where did it go?
I saw it rolled a 3.
3? Okay, so I have 5 shots of it.
Yes.
It's a range 10 energy rifle.
Yep.
Just wanted to let that know so I don't, like, bust it out right before a fight and it's like, ha ha ha, it actually is a melee weapon.
We just
I
lost
just-
someone.
I just accidentally clicked the wrong button on my laptop. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm. All right, so you got. Let me know when you're back in, or I'll be able to see you get back in.
I'm back in.
Okay. Don't see you in here yet. Oh well. So, you guys are led to the governor's farm. It's like kind of a nice sort. It's a sort of. It's kind of got the industrialness of the rest. That's sort of the bleh bleh bleh. What am I saying? This it's sort of like a. It's the bleh. It's built in the center of the city. The
Solar
governor's
punk in the
farm-
middle of the city.
Yeah. The governor's farm is a walled complex containing numerous important buildings. You can see that it houses not only the like what looks like a sort of estate, but also the militia's main armory, a cold gene storage site, the settlement's OmniNet tower, its largest printer, a Schedule 2 facility that could print out bigger mechs, like a Sagamatha, which looks like also set up fairly recently, and another large facility that looks like it could be some sort of data or server farm, or possibly home to something else that Babushka would be very familiar with.
Am I supposed to be saying something?
Uh,
Am I being put on the spot here?
Repeat, please. Sorry, I had to do something.
So, the governor's farm is the administrative heart of Evergreen. Built in the center of the city, the governor's farm is a walled complex containing numerous important buildings. It houses the town's municipal data storage center, the militia's main armory, a cold gene storage site, the settlement's OmniNet tower, and its largest printer, a Schedule 2 facility that can print Schedule 2 sized mechs, along with a number of administrative offices and outbuildings. Gated checkpoints control ingress and egress at each cardinal direction, and the central cluster of administrative buildings, including the council hall, is colloquially called the governor's mansion. And that sort of region looks like it could also serve as a data storage and server farm, as well as a mansion.
So, Gundega's just gonna approach, be like, follow me. Start walking up.
Babushka takes a moment to look at the half mansion, half server farm.
Which
One
is like,
ponders and then follows Gundega. Were you about to say something, Neri?
yeah,
Sorry.
go for it. So, you guys enter what is known as the governor's mansion, and while you're there, you are led through the door. It's a very nicely furnished place, and you are led to an office that overlooks the settlement of Evergreen, and there is a woman seated next to a desk there where there is an empty chair. And this I'll send you this woman's picture. She's seated in a chair next to the empty desk and says, "Good afternoon, Mirror Smoke pilots. I'm pleased to see that you've all finally arrived." In like this very richly decorated office. So, would anybody like to say something. Can see that she's got
Gundega,
like, some kind of terminal.
No,
in her hand.
Godega, start speaking first. You go first.
Gundega clears her throat, names Fencer. I'm the leader of this team, or so to speak, commander of this team. Are you the governor, or is the governor out, or...
The governor will be with you shortly. I am merely the governor's adjutant. Give them just a moment. They'll be coming online soon. And you can see
Thank
Oh,
you.
shit.
she's tapping on a terminal in her hands. As I change the music here, and we activate this scene. Well, I configure it first so y'all can see it.
Yeah.
And we play this.
Remember, fog award needs to be turned.
It's turned off. Is it turned off?
Nope. Apparently not.
Oh shit. Can y'all see?
I
Yep.
guess we're all
So
still on the
Yo, he's
evergreen map.
fucking bald.
This woman tunes in, switches onto this device she has, this tablet, and a hard light in the middle of the room flickers on, and an individual is projected into the room, bald, in a very well-dressed suit. And you recognize this person to be what is known as an NHP,
So we're having to deal with it.
an advanced non-human intelligence, similar to an AI, but even more advanced.
Great, we're
Rook
dealing
merely
with a
furrows it.
tin can.
Can I speak?
Yeah,
Go
go
ahead.
ahead.
Rook merely furrows his brow as he realizes the governor is an NHP. Why would he have to have a farm if he doesn't need to eat?
Good afternoon.
It's a server farm.
I
Basically has
am a landmark colonial sidewalk J2 model municipal non-human person, a full spectrum civic administration platform. You may call me Patience. Pleased to make your acquaintance.
And I'm pleased to make your acquaintance too, Patience.
It's a pleasure, Patience.
Babushka extends a hand.
Patience shakes your hand, and despite the fact that their body is made of light, they them pronouns for Patience. They are an NHP. They don't have a gender. I wanted to loop that. Up there it goes. It is looping.
Nary, just letting you know the screen is black on the stream every now and then.
It is?
It's back now, never mind.
Oh, shit. They are,
basically Jess is giving.
as you go to shake Patience's hand, even though their body is made of light, you actually kind of feel their hand clasp yours and shake yours politely. The pleasure is all mine. We are very grateful that Mirror Smoke has promised to lend us security in these desperate times.
Yeah, whatever. What's our job? What do you need us to do? What's our first assignment?
Don't be rude, Gundega.
Yeah, well, you're right. My apologies. Excuse me, sir, what's your first assignment for us? You can tell she muttered something about Warwick Industries before she was rude.
Miss Gundega Tuzio, is it? Do you
Yep.
have some objection to one of our sponsor companies?
No.
I see. We've recently come under attack some 14 months ago. A homestead, 10 kilometers upriver from Evergreen. My drones registered small arms fire in the pre-dawn. By the time our militia was able to reach the homestead, the families inside had already been slaughtered. The homestead was burned to the ground, and food stalls stolen. Since then, attacks have escalated until they have reached the walls outside of Evergreen itself. Landmark Colonial seems to believe that these attacks are remnants of this planet's history, its native species. Now, before you
Permission to speak freely?
Yes. Go ahead,
Why
Mr.
do you...
Mr. Rykard Blanchard.
Well, I see you already know my full name. Why do you think they're attacking? Being remnants is one thing, but that doesn't necessarily mean they would attack the city. If they were remnants, wouldn't they attack more like the farm's food production if they really wanted to bleed you out?
That is why I do not believe they are remnants at all, Mr. Blanchard. Before this world was settled, there was a dominant species of intelligent life here, insectoid, with a startling intelligence and psychic ability, the Egregorians. However, 500 years ago, during the Hercynian crisis, the Egregorians became extinct under the aggression of Union's Second Committee. Many members of Landmark Colonial, particularly the militia, believe that these Egregorian insects have returned.
So what's your plan? To erase them again? Or to make
Incorrect.
peace?
I
Hold
do
on.
not believe the Egregorians have returned at all. Indeed, it is a shame that none have survived. We would have had so much to learn from them. No, I believe that instead, our Egregorians are simply well-equipped human pirates and claim jumpers, a much more immediate threat to our colonial project than any native species could ever be.
So you think they are bandits?
Precisely, Miss... I don't know how to pronounce
Kapersky.
Precisely, Miss Kapersky. I believe they are, as you say, bandits. Well-organized criminals.
You bring us all the way out to this rock to kill bandits. I feel like you could get no-name lenses to do the same job.
I did say they were well-organized, did I not, Miss Kapersky?
I mean, we had to dodge sniper fire to get all the way here, did we not?
Yeah, we did.
And didn't the sniper
Their
know
smoke
when
is
to
not
leave?
cheap.
Indeed, the sniper has been a consistent threat to the militia forces and to the citizens of Evergreen. Insofar as publicly available records indicate, this world was the testing ground for General Massive Systems' initial forays into the design and construction of the earliest mechanized chassis Beyond the limited records available detailing the systemic and ballistic efficiency of mechanized chassis and hostile native fauna operations, Hercynia amounts to a footnote. Much of the details of the Egregorians are from the Second Committee era, describing a fearsome, savage race. However, these are by the Second Committee, and therefore the author's own biases must be considered. There are no contemporary records to detail the Egregorians, as none have been observed since the total biome kill.
I'm Neri.
Yes?
Can I give me a second. Let me pull up my character sheet here. Narrative profile. Can I use either stay cool or investigate to kind of try to read this NHP, like basically to try to tell if he's telling the truth?
Yeah.
You know, like see if there's something more to what he's saying, you know? Roll. So that'd be an 11.
If that's not enough, then I'll do my own roll with investigate.
I mean, it's an NHP. It's not. I mean, they're not like reading a human, so they're kind of hard to read. But they seem to believe what they're saying, as far as you can tell.
Okay.
The presence. The presence of old Second Committee equipment here has already been confirmed by my colonists, as has the ruins of Egregorian hives. Note that I used the word ruins, as these are abandoned, decrepit, and devoid of life. These ruins are similar to the hives built by termites and other arthropods on many other worlds, only far greater in scale. And now that the climate has since recovered from the total biome kill 500 years ago during the Hercynian crisis, this is a rich world, a ripe target for pirate extractors and claim hunters. Now, while the militia make up ghost stories about the return of the Egregorians, the evidence does not bear it out. Observe. And he produces a hollow screen picture a video taken from combat footage captured from an attack on Evergreen a month ago. On the screen, a dark shape is backlit by a flash of an explosion just out of frame. The image is torn with digital artifacts and resolution grain, but the contours of the silhouetted figure are clear. A rounded back, a long rifle, a cluster of feathered antennae, a humanoid shape, but misshapen. I cannot deny what my troopers
explosion.
I cannot deny what my troopers see, but their rumors and fears are out of hand. Continue to watch the video. He advances the footage, cycling quickly through the firefight before coming to a scene after the skirmish has concluded. Militia troopers, rifles raised. You see Brava Hadura in the video at the forefront. Advancing slowly forward, moving between smoldering foliage under a fitful rain. They approach a fallen body, and you see Brava uses a booted foot to flip it over. And it's a person, a human, wearing layers of chitin as if it was armor, skin graying from blood loss, and the camera struggling to find the right white balance. It is not Egregorians. Humans are attacking us. So, no, I do not fear Egregorians. I fear the raiders, the human raiders, and the terrible infliction have infected our colony.
Have you been able to find a source for these attacks?
Sorry, I disappeared, everyone. I had to help my grandmother.
So you want us to take care of these fuckers?
That is correct. We do not know from where these criminal raiders operate from. However, we have no mechanized chassis of our own, and, as I suppose you have no doubt observed, our enemy does. That is why we have required the assistance of Mirror Smoke. Mirror Smoke, particularly, rather than the Constellars, as Mirror Smoke operates in remote regions, such as Hercynia, and Mirror Smoke is quality.
Alright.
Wait, can I quickly say something?
Yes, you may, Mr. Blanchard.
No, I'm out of character. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Is it possible to end the game in 15 to 30 minutes? Because I have to do stuff tomorrow.
I'm cool with it.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, we were gonna just go into combat after this, but not here, because you would have, like, missions to do to defend Evergreen. But yeah, we can end soon.
I'm just getting a cramp in my hips and I need to walk around, so that's why I'm like... So, what's the missions, Mr. MX Governor? Go on.
Yeah. So far, you currently have 2 missions that require your immediate attention. The first, Mr. Fielding, I believe you've met, is to lead a group of engineers out to the landing ball, to train it, and to repair the pad underneath the flooded field, so that your dropship may be able to land. However, this will require Mr. Fielding and his team to venture outside the city walls, where they will be very vulnerable to attack. Keep in mind that it was these criminals who flooded the landing bowl in the first place. So, mechanized resistance is expected. The second...
Well,
The other mission?
It's a good thing we specialize in that, then.
The second...
And we have some criminals of... Sorry. We have some criminals of our own here. I think we could get in the minds of these people.
The second mission. This one is less pressing, as I'm sure your pilot is very anxious to land before your craft runs out of fuel. The second is to track down the mechanized sniper team that has been menacing Evergreen and its militia. They are, no doubt, as you have noticed, most elusive, and so tracking them will be rather difficult. For now, I believe you should
want them dead or alive?
If preferably, I would prefer that you take them alive. We know nothing about our enemy, or where they organize, what organizing principle, if any, they operate under. And therefore, by interrogation or negotiation, we can learn about the potential threat we are facing and the scale.
So it's either the landing bay or the...
It is often far more valuable to capture your enemy alive than it is to kill them.
So either the landing bay or the sniper, right?
Yes, although I do believe the landing ball mission is far more pertinent. Keep in mind that Evergreen is still being developed, and we depend on that landing ball to keep us supplied.
I get that. However, we can't risk the sniper shooting out any of your boys here. You know that?
I understand. Perhaps the sniper will engage you as you escort Mr. Fielding's engineers, and you'll be able to, what is the human expression? 2 birds, 1 stone, as it were.
Fair enough. Team, what do you think?
Landing bowl.
Whatever.
The employer says landing bolt takes priority. Landing bolt takes priority.
Alright, we're going with the landing ball.
Very well. I shall inform Mr. Fielding. Thank you for your cooperation, Lancers. It is a pleasure to be working with the very reputable Mirror Smoke Mercenary Company, and on behalf of Landmark Colonial, I wish to offer my most sincere gratitude.
The pleasure is ours.
So, y'all head to the mechanized...
I'm gonna take a second, and I'm gonna pull Gundega aside to talk to... Is it safe to assume Gundega she/her?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm gonna take her aside and speak to her directly.
What's up?
What the hell was that? You said be professional, and then you are not professional. You were almost least professional person in that room.
First and foremost, you ever see an NHP? You ever know what they can do? Person I knew used an NHP to kill me and my crew. So I don't want to hear it.
I work with NHPs all the time. I've been attempted murder by hundreds, thousands of human beings.
Imagine not getting you put in a slammer, though. You can't, because you're scot-free. So shut the fuck up and let me do my job.
You sound like a rookie. Maybe you shouldn't be in charge of this mission. Maybe the rookie or me. Get your shit together.
If you really want to fucking know, that little sponsorship bullshit is the reason why I went to prison. So you can get in line and let me do my job. She walks off at that point.
Yeah.
I hope, just to be clear, that was all in character. No,
Oh,
nothing.
I know. Yeah,
Okay,
no,
cool.
I know.
Just checking.
I think, yeah, only, would other members, would the 2 members of the team that you're familiar with be familiar about your,
Nope.
they wouldn't.
Nope.
You never told them.
Never told him.
Did anybody else feel a little bit weird about that? By them, though? Like, it was hiding something. Y'all didn't feel that, right?
It's an NHP, it's whatever.
It's not in AI casual existence. AI in the Lancerverse is kind of like hit a wall. AI cannot develop any further. NHP is like a god in the machine, kind of, but it's got its own distinct, NHPs have basically almost replaced AI in most heavy-duty things.
NHP stands for non-human person.
It's basically an intelligence on the level of humanity, or perhaps even surpassing it.
The difference between an AI and an NHP is comparable to the difference between, if you ever saw the Alien in Alien Isolation, how it has very, very basic AI, or Nemesis in Resident Evil 3 original.
Mm-hmm.
It's like comparing that to the AI in iRobot. That's like the level of difference.
Yeah.
One is simplistic, where it has some commands that help it eventually reason
That's like-
through stuff, while another is completely as intelligent, if not more intelligent, than a person.
Exactly, and can make its own informed decisions based on information it can observe and react accordingly without input. And NHPs are actually extremely common, especially since the first contact accords, when the first
Yeah.
NHP came into being.
So, is this a good end-off point? Just because I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Tomorrow...
It's fine. Don't apologize. I'm to blame, kinda too.
Yeah. You're feeling
I'm
not
the one
great.
to blame.
I'm the one to blame. So yeah, you're feeling kind of sore. Varnus has responsibilities. This is a good end-off point. And we will, find someone to raid. So,
I hope you all enjoyed the stream, those watching.
yeah,
Ring.
next time we will do combat mission.
Let's blow something up. Let's blow something up. Let's
Not
blow something up this time.
That's what
Barn
we're all here
had
for.
fun.
Kaboom! Kaboom! Kaboom!
so.
Kaboom!
Next stream, I think we're gonna do that, not this coming Sunday, but the Sunday after. Shadow's vagina.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to do it this upcoming Sunday anyway.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
thought...
we sit.
The Sunday after we get back from Connell, or the Sunday that we get back from Connell.
Oh, the Sunday after I get back from another con.
The Sunday you get back
Yeah.
from
Lexi, the mic is live. Could you not,
Sorry, I can't.
yeah.
Yep.
So, yeah, not this Sunday, or not next week, but the week after. And so, I am going to find someone to raid. Thank you so
I can
much.
suggest-
Lovely. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in.
You got a suggestion?
Yeah, I have a suggestion. You could raid. 1 second, I'm trying to find them.
So yeah, I'm gonna sign off, y'all. Y'all have a good night. Thanks for letting
Have
me
a great
play.
See y'all around.
Peace, peace. Yeah, no, I don't have anyone. Never mind.
Okay, I do have an idea of who to raid.
Alrighty.
Yeah, I am gonna raid Issa Borealis. Oh, y'all are giant now. Oh, did I never So I'm gonna raid Issa Borealis. The adorable Aurora streamer. As I also shrink you guys down because you're giant now. So, everybody, thank you for joining us for the first part and the intro to No Room for a Wallflower. And I want you all to be good to Issa Borealis, and as always, please always remember, be gay, do crime, and I'll see you all next time.